Hey babies, it's the queen. Sunday morning, I am washing and conditioning my hair, so forgive my hair, but something was on my heart so bad I could barely sleep last night. Last night I watched a video and I posted it on my Queen Amina page on Facebook. Facebook, Poetess Queen Amina, check it out. There is a 270 to 300 pound white police officer that arrested a 100-pound black female teacher. He's slinging her around like a rag doll, locked her up after throwing her to the ground several times, putting his knee in her back, and literally she got out of her car to run into the school, and he says she got out of her car to run away from him. She's like, "Sir, I work here." And of course, he got out of his car, he got belligerent, he slammed her, he swung her. When she was able to get herself up again, he slammed her, and it hurt my heart so bad to watch this small, teeny, 5'2", 100-pound black woman being beat down by almost a 300-pound, muscle-pound white police officer. And when they took her to jail, because she's suing, the officer that was driving her was a different officer. She requested a different officer. And she asked him, "Why would he do this to me? Why would he treat me this way? I'm a teacher." And the officer that was driving, a white officer that had nothing to do with it, but doing his job, just taking her to jail, he explained, white police are scared of black people because black people have violent tendencies. And this is what they explained to her. This is why I'm talking to you now, because it fucked me up so bad. Because as a child, as a black child, I was taught to love thy neighbor. I was taught to turn the other cheek. I was taught to share what I have, food, clothing, to make sure that the next person is okay. And that you never look your nose down on anyone because you don't know their story. That's what I was taught. And growing up, because I'm 40 years old, I have seen white children go shoot up schools. I have seen white men attack police with machetes. I have seen white serial killers. I have seen white police officers rape people and get away with it, set people up and get away with it, incorporate other DNA officials to set up other people, whether they be black, white, or indifferent. They have done so, and we have newspaper articles showing it. Black people were enslaved, beaten, mutilated, killed by white people. And you say that black people have a violent nature? Now, I don't want to say all black people don't have a violent nature, but 85% of us were taught to love thy neighbor and turn the other cheek. There was a little boy my daughter just told me about in school who only wears maybe 3 to 4 outfits a week, and people make fun of him. I made it my duty. I don't know this kid, but my daughter was tired of people making fun of him. He's not black, because we're not in a black community, because we live in New Mexico. And I made it my business to go and buy this little boy 5 new shirts and 3 pairs of jeans. Because I have a violent tendency? No, because we have loving, forgiving hearts, and we don't want to see anybody go through it. There was a white boy at a black school that was being made fun of. Ellen had these children on her show. These 2 black boys decided that they were tired of hearing this white boy get picked on and bullied. They went and bought him sneakers and clothes. Will Smith even joined Ellen's cast and gave the whole school some clothes. But black people have a violent tendencies. How many black serial killers have you ever seen? How many black children have you seen shoot up a school? How many black people have you seen shoot up a church? Now, do I agree that all races have rapists? I do. Have murderers? I do. But black people don't have an internal violent tendency. And even when you want to call those so-called crack babies violent, understand right now, white people are considered crack babies because of what they're on, that synthetic fiber. And those crack babies, or so-called people on crack that the government gave to them in that time area, they all went to jail. These people are now getting help, and now they're being told they have a mental disease or a mental deficiency. So you look at black people as beneath you. We don't have violent tendencies. A black man can have his hands up and you will still shoot him. A white man, I watched the video and I shared it on my Queen Amina page, chased around some police officers with a machete, spitting on these officers and everything. And what did they do to him? Nothing. They finally got tired of him chasing them and they shot him with bean bags and took him to jail. Dylan Roof went into a black church, sat there and acted like he wanted to be saved by the black people that was teaching the lessons, and he killed everyone. And as white police officers, they took him to Burger King or McDonald's to get a burger and then took him to jail after he slaughtered innocent churchgoers. And black people are the ones with the violent tendencies. An officer broke into a house, Amber Geiger, broke into a house and killed a black man that resided there eating cereal and only got how much time? And that man is dead. The youth program that he teaches cannot replace him. Philando Castile was on his way home with his family. And yes, he had a weapon, but he had it licensed to protect his family. And they murdered him, threw the girl and her baby in the back of a police car and told them to shut the fuck up. After they murdered her man in front of her and shot into a car where a black child was in the back seat. And all for a traffic stop. And he clearly let them know he had the gun and that he had a license for it. But the outcry from the school that he worked at showed that this black man was loved. So where are the violent tendencies with all these white people doing all these mass serial killings? There was just a white man that showed up in Texas at a Walmart that I shop at because it's 20 minutes from my house and shot up all the Mexican people. A black man ran in to save other Mexican children. But black people have the violent tendencies? No, baby. We don't. We really don't. We just want to protect what's ours. And you keep murdering in it. When there was Black Wall Street, who tore down Black Wall Street, people? The government. Because they were mad that the black dollar went through that city, Black Wall Street, for years before it touched their hands. So they finally got the army, because it was the government who did it, to come and kill all of those people and slaughter them at Black Wall Street. They had hospitals, airports, schools, neighborhoods, churches, and they're dead by the hand of the white man, the white government, the white supremacy. And black people have murdering tendencies? Somebody's teaching you all wrong, and you're falling for it. And it's sad. Because like I said, I was taught to love thy neighbor and turn the other cheek. But that hurt my heart so horribly. Do your research. Find out who's doing the mass shootings at the Walmarts. Find out who the serial killers are. Find out the percentage of dirty cops. Stop just taking what the government tells you, because they are the bad guy with the violent tendencies. I'm going to pray on it because it's Sunday, and y'all should do the same. All I know is there's only one race, and it's the human race, and y'all destroying it with the lies and the propaganda. It's getting harder, but I love you all bunches, okay? Bunches. Follow me on YouTube, Queen Amina Speaks, or on my Facebook, Poetess, Poetess, Queen Amina. It's Sunday. Hug your family. We don't know what's going to happen to them tomorrow. Deuces.